Warning: this episode may contain graphic content that may not be suitable for others. Viewer discretion is advised. On March 18, 1967, in Bear, Newcastle, Delaware, a female body was found a few miles away from Interstate 95 and U.S. Highway 40, 3 miles east of the Interstate 896, on Porter Road, also known as Country Road 400. Her body was found thrown into a ditch. She possibly died at least 24 hours prior, and her legs were stuffed inside a large white cloth bag, which turned out to be a commercial laundry bag that was 24 by 36 inches, and the markings on it were BOGO Storage, American Laundry, Dry Cleaning, 45277. Later on, detectives found out that the laundry bag came from a laundry and dry cleaning company in Trenton, New Jersey. Initially, the cause of death was a result of a botched abortion. However, the official cause of death is now unknown and possibly septicemia, which is blood poisoning or blood infection. They also found out that she died in a different location and was dumped, and that she was 7 months pregnant at the time, as well as a substance resembling an abortion chemical was found in the vaginal cavity. She was between 16 to 25 years old, a white female. However, recent testing shows that she's possibly European, Italian, Greek, or of Jewish descent. 5 foot tall, 110 to 115 pounds, brown eyes, dark brown long curly hair, tied back with a 1.5 by 8 inch red ribbon, a vaccination scar on her right left thigh, and both ears were pierced. However, earrings haven't been worn in a while. She was a fair complexion and petite, and her blood type was O. Now, on to the investigation. Authorities focused in on the suspect and now believe that they're either dead or elderly. An anonymous caller told police that Miss X was from Washington State or Delaware. However, this was only released to the public. Authorities also believe that someone would have taken a considerable amount of time to transport the body, and a re-examination in 2011 was conducted, and a vial of her blood was found on the ribbon. They linked DNA to the maternal side of her to Virginia and North Carolina through a genealogy website. They contacted the third or fourth cousin, however, they claimed that they did not know the woman. NamUs initially wrote on her death certificate that her immediate cause of death was because fat embolism allowed pieces of fat to enter the bloodstream and obstruct the flow of blood. Due to this, there would have been foreign material into the uterine cavity. Before I get into theories, I'd like to say the rule-outs that I can find online. Brenda Howell, California, 1956. Donis Redman, California, 1958. Len Lurie, California, 1964. Pamela Nader, Florida, 1966. Peggy Byers Bazin, Florida, 1965. Marianne Switulski, Florida, 1963. Ida Anderson, Michigan, 1958. Linda Britton, Ohio, 1963. Marianne Ferdesia, Pennsylvania, 1962. And Audrey Backenberg, Wisconsin, 1962. Now on to the possibilities. We have Diane Webb, Arizona, 1960. Karen Tompkins, California, 1961. Mary Shotwell Little, Georgia, 1965. Alice Marie Reeves, Louisiana, 1968. Mary Catherine Green, Maryland, 1966. Anita Drake, Ohio, 1963. Ruth Agnoski, Wisconsin, 1964. And Glenda Tedball from Ontario, Canada, in 1967. Now onto the theories, we have a few. First of all, we have the abortion. There's many questions related to the abortion, whether if it was botched or was it forced or intentional. If she did have an infection, it could have been due to the botched abortion. Was it a victim of rape? And if she did get that abortion, maybe she was embarrassed to have gotten pregnant, and maybe she lived a specific lifestyle that we'll get into later, that no one would take her seriously if she was assaulted and gotten pregnant. Maybe it was a forced abortion, an illegitimate child. Maybe the family did not want to acknowledge her pregnancy and lifestyle. Maybe that's why the maternal side of her family did not want to acknowledge that she was alive at one point. Authorities also believe that conception happened in December of 1966. Maybe it was a chemical abortion and she did it herself and someone found her and passed out. Or maybe she passed out during an abortion from an amateur doctor and someone put her in the laundry bag, possibly found in a motel, and drove her and dumped her. Maybe at a motel she found someone doing abortions illegally, and that's what caused her to pass out and possibly die. There's been some interest that she could have been a prostitution, which could explain how she got pregnant. Like I said, maybe it was an assault, maybe she just got pregnant. The Bear area was and still is famous for its prostitution, seedy motels, and that pay hourly or monthly, and that could have been possibly something that's where the laundry bag had came from that specific motel. Or maybe the family could have done something. Could have been some sort of cover-up. Like I said, they could have been possibly embarrassed, or maybe it was the family who participated in the abortion, as it was an illegitimate child. Because DNA genealogy testing showed that they did find her maternal, but her possible relatives did claim that they did not know her. Maybe they were religious, or maybe they kicked her out when she found out that she got pregnant. Some other theories that I could find was maybe the father doesn't know that she even got pregnant. And she did have no wedding ring, so it would assume that she had the child illegitimately. Maybe she ran away or she was kicked out. Maybe it was a pregnancy complication, there was a miscarriage or abuse. Or maybe the father could have gotten in trouble when she was pregnant. Some questions that I did find was the vaccinations card. It is popular at the time. It was common at the time in Canada to get the smallpox vaccination, and it was done on the thigh to hide the scar. As well as a post-mortem, the swelling could have possibly been due to the pregnancy, and was the baby still in the womb at the time. Back to the laundry bag, it was a generic brand, and detectives did find that they believed they were distributed within a 40-mile radius of Trenton, New Jersey, and she may have come from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, or Burlington, or even New Jersey. Unfortunately, after all this time, she was eventually buried in Pottersfield, Delaware in the late 90s. In the late 90s, newspapers ran her story. However, there was no new leads. Authorities believe that she was possibly born in the 50s and gotten pregnant, possibly a cover-up, and that her relatives possibly knew and did not want to say anything. This is one of the most famous Jane Doe cases, and I really wanted to get this out as there isn't much videos on her, as well as I did not include all the information that I could find, as it was a lot. But however, I will leave all my sources down below for you to do your own research. This is just the basic information that I'm giving out, as there was a lot of information that I could find online. I just wanted to take the time to thank you for listening in on this case and to hear her story. I know I've been away for a long time, but I'm hoping to get back to a schedule. And like I said, all my sources and information will be down in the description bar, and I would love to hear your theories in the comments down below. And please just give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel for more videos similar to this one. Thank you.